What's up, you guys? It's Jake Carnus, and welcome back to another video. If you saw the previous one of the toucan, like right here, I appreciate you. Thank you for following along to the next one. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it up top so you can check it out. I will be using a 005 Micron, my favorite. So yeah, the animal I'm drawing in this video is going to be a tiger. Tigers are one of the favorite animals I like to see when I visit a zoo. If it's at the zoo, I'll probably check out the tiger. Um, right down here at the Metro Zoo in Miami, I'm not crazy about the tiger display. It's really far, and that tiger is literally always sleeping. Always. I never see it moving around ever, and I've gone to the zoo numerous times. Known fact, they apparently sleep up to 20 hours a day, so I'm not surprised that every single time I go to the zoo they're sleeping. But yeah, the first thing I'm doing is a quick, rough, kind of very light sketch, paint, pretty simple, nothing crazy. Once I get that down, the very next thing to do is to focus on sharper, darker lines and put down, the main details without getting overly detailed right away, because I do also need to be careful about the composition itself and the proportions, which are going to be a little tough with a tiger. And the reason I say that is because the tigers have a lot of dark marks on their face, like a lot of stripes and a couple like dots here and there, and so it's just like it's it's a, I wouldn't say it's a bit busy face, but there is a lot of marks on it, and I don't want to make any of those look off. So the first thing I'm doing is focusing on the eye area, kind of really distinguishing where that's going to be. That being said, I don't want to overthink it either, because then it becomes too complicated, and it pushes you away from just completing the project itself. And another reason why I don't want to overthink it is because when you do kind of look at it, these marks also hug these specific features. Like, for example, the eye, these marks going around the eye creates depth. It helps create depth. And then same thing on the forehead, like the top of the head, it kind of gives you that, like, oh, it's going back look. So I don't want to overthink too much on these marks. I just want to make the tiger come to life. So the best way to approach it is to use these stripes and dots and all these things on them as a way to sculpt out the face. For the facts, I'm just going to jump right into it. For the facts, yes, tigers are part of the cat family, but cats don't like water. Like most cats don't like water. Tigers, on the other hand, love water, and they like to swim for miles. I figured that they weren't afraid of water, but I didn't know that they would swim for miles. That was interesting. Speaking about the marks and stripes on the tiger's face, when they have their head down, it almost resembles a second face to kind of scare off anybody that might be hunting them. I thought that was very interesting. And then the other thing that I learned about their stripes is that it's not just on their fur. I thought it was just on their fur. That those stripes actually go down all the way to their skin. That's actually part of their skin. So apparently, if you shave these guys down, they still have their stripes. I thought that was interesting. I thought it was only the fur. Speaking about the fur, as I draw it on, like the tiger, I'm not putting in every single strand of hair or fur on the tiger. I'm just making like a mess of lines in the general direction to resemble fur. That's a cool way of, like, make it look like fur. I am also blessing you guys with a second drawing. I wanted to draw a tiger with its mouth open. So here you go. The angle of this one almost kind of looked like the Thundercat logo. I thought that was funny at first, but the more I put in the details, the less it looked like that. But it was pretty cool. This angle, with the mouth open, you get a lot of dark, like think of it as like a I guess like a black lipstick. It just goes around the outline of the mouth. I don't know how to explain it. Um, but then the other cool thing about drawing it in this angle with its mouth open is that the stripes and the dots and all that stuff on the tiger actually open up, like they spread out because obviously the mouth is open, and then the fur around the neck flares out, and like the way that I drew it in, where it's just like, it looks like almost like a burst of fur. I thought that was really cool when I saw it, and drawing it was even better. Because I'm doing it so close to the edge here, I'm also not going too crazy with the whole body, just focusing really on the face. But I really enjoyed the way the marks and the fur like flare out, open, like like it spreads out. I have here another two facts I wrote down. One of them being that a tiger's roar can be heard from up to 2 miles away. That is scary loud. And the last thing I wrote down is that they only successfully feed on 1 out of 10 hunts, if I wrote that down. So, like, something like 10% of the hunts are actually successful. So, yeah, like, man, they fighting for their food. It must be tired by the time that they finally get to their food. But yeah, those are the interesting facts I found. There was one actually. There's a third. I didn't want to mention it, but because it was just weird. But I wrote it down. Apparently, their urine smells like buttered popcorn. So if you by any chance are out in the middle of nowhere and you smell popcorn, it's, there's probably a tiger near you. So yeah, I I really don't know if that's true. So don't quote me on that. I'm not saying it's a full on fact. I saw it on one of these websites, and yeah, I wrote it down. So that's weird. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I appreciate you guys for watching my video. It means a lot to me. Make sure you leave a like and a comment. Let me know in the comments what other animal you would like to see. I'll put it on the list of animals to draw. Maybe it'll come up next. Maybe it'll come up in a few videos. Who knows? Um, but yeah, I have a bunch of videos. Make sure you check those out. I also have affiliate links in the description below to all of my favorite art materials. No extra cost to you. Just, if you do purchase any art materials, do it through there. And I hope to see you guys in future videos. Thank you for watching again. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys soon.